Alright team, welcome to the lab. Today we're tackling a classic engineering challenge. The paper airplane. Forget everything you think you know, because we're going to build something awesome. This isn't just about folding paper, it's about understanding the basics of aerodynamics. We're talking about lift, drag, and thrust, all the cool science that makes real planes fly, but we're going to do it with just a single sheet of paper. Our goal is to build a glider that can soar across the room, and I'm going to walk you through every single step. This is your first mission, and I guarantee it's going to be a fun one. Let's get our hands ready and our minds prepped for some serious paper engineering. Before we start our build, we need to gather our materials. Think of this as our pre-flight checklist. The great thing about this project is that you probably have everything you need right in front of you. First, and most importantly, you need a piece of paper. The best kind is a standard sheet of printer paper, like the A4 or 8.5 by 11-inch kind. This paper has the perfect weight and stiffness for our design. Avoid using construction paper, because it's a bit too heavy and thick, which can make folding difficult and will increase the drag on our final aircraft. You don't need any scissors, tape, or glue. This is a pure engineering build, using only folds to create our masterpiece. So, you've got your single sheet of paper. That's it. That's our entire supply list. It's pretty amazing what you can create with something so simple, right? The key is in the technique. Every fold we make will have a specific purpose, contributing to the plane's stability and flight performance. We are basically turning this flat, two-dimensional object into a three-dimensional flying machine. Think of yourself as an aerospace engineer for the next few minutes. Your desk is your workshop, and that piece of paper is your high-tech composite material. We are ready for the first step in creating our very own glider. Let's start the build process. A quick pro tip: before we begin, folding precision is your best friend. When I say fold a corner to a line, try to be as exact as possible. The more symmetrical your airplane is, the better it will fly. An uneven wing or a crooked nose can cause your plane to spin or dive unexpectedly. So, take your time with each crease. Press down firmly to make your folds sharp and clean. A good, crisp fold acts like a strong joint in a real aircraft's frame. It holds the structure together and helps it keep its shape while soaring through the air. Ready? Let's move on to the first stage of construction. The fuselage is calling our name. Okay, first step. Lay your piece of paper on a flat surface in front of you with the short edge facing you. This is called portrait orientation. Now, we are going to make our main center line. Take the right edge of the paper and fold it over to meet the left edge exactly. Line them up perfectly. Once they are aligned, press down firmly along the fold with your thumb or the back of your fingernail. This creates a strong center crease. When you're done, unfold the paper. You should now have a perfect line running down the middle of your sheet. This line is our guide for almost every other fold we make. It's the backbone of our airplane. Now that we have our center guide, it's time to create the nose of the plane. Look at the top of your paper. You'll see two corners. Take the top right corner and fold it down so that its edge lines up perfectly with the center crease we just made. You should see a nice triangle shape forming. Press down on that fold to make it sharp. Now do the exact same thing with the top left corner. Fold it down to meet the center crease, right next to the first fold. Your paper should now look like a house with a pointy roof. Make sure both sides are symmetrical. This pointed shape is crucial for cutting through the air. We're going to repeat a similar step to make the nose even sharper and more aerodynamic. You should still have what looks like a house shape. Now, take the entire new diagonal edge on the right side, the one you just created, and fold it to the center crease again. The point at the top will get much sharper. Press down firmly to lock that fold in place. Now mirror that exact fold on the left side. Take the new diagonal edge on the left and fold it into the center crease. Your paper should now be a long, narrow, and very pointy dart shape. This is the main body, or fuselage, of our aircraft. Let's pause and check our work. You should have a very pointy shape in front of you. At the top, there should be a small triangle of paper sticking out from underneath our last folds. This little triangle is important. Go ahead and fold that small triangle up and over the two flaps you just folded in. This action effectively locks those flaps in place, so they won't come undone during flight. It's like a little latch for our plane's nose cone. Press it down firmly. This small detail adds a lot of structural integrity to the front of the plane, which helps it survive any crash landings it might have during our test flights. Great job so far. Our fuselage is locked and loaded. Now it's time to get this thing ready for the sky by building the wings. Take your pointy dart-shaped paper and fold the entire thing in half along that original center crease we made in the very first step. Fold it away from you. So the flaps we just locked are on the inside of the fold. You should now have a thick, narrow shape with one sharp folded edge and one open edge. Double check that everything is lined up nicely. This single fold creates the main body of the plane from which the wings will extend. It should feel solid and compact in your hand. With the plane folded in half, position it so the long, sharp folded edge is at the top and the pointy nose is facing away from you. Now we will create the first wing. Take the top layer of paper, the open edge, and fold it down. The new crease you make should start about ½ an inch or about 1 centimeter down from the plane's body at the nose and angle slightly downwards towards the tail. This means the wing will be a little wider at the back than at the front. Don't fold it all the way down to the bottom edge. Leave about ½ an inch of the body visible at the bottom. This part will be the handle you hold. Once you have the first wing folded down, it's time to make the other side perfectly symmetrical. This is the most important step for a stable flight. Flip the entire plane over. Now, you'll fold the second wing down to match the first one exactly. Use the first wing as your guide. Line up the edges and corners perfectly. The goal is to make both wings identical in size and shape. Any difference between the two wings can create an imbalance, causing the plane to roll or spiral. Take your time with this fold. A perfectly symmetrical plane is a happy plane, and a happy plane flies straight and true. Alright, the main construction is complete. Gently unfold the wings so they stick out at a slight upward angle from the body. This V shape is called the dihedral angle, and it's a key secret to stability in both paper and real airplanes. This angle helps the plane self-correct if it starts to roll to one side or the other. Don't make the angle too steep, just a gentle upward slope. Your plane should now look like a classic glider. Hold it by the body underneath the wings. It should feel balanced. We are officially ready to move to the launch pad for test flights. The engineering is done. Now the fun really begins. We've arrived at the best part, the test flight. Find an open space, like a long hallway or a large room. Outdoors is great too, but try to fly on a calm day with no wind, as even a small breeze can affect a paper airplane. Hold your plane by the body, about 1/3 of the way back from the nose. Your thumb should be on one side, and your index finger on the other. Don't grip the wings or the tail. You want to launch it, not crush it. Aim the nose slightly upward, but not too high. A 10-degree angle is a good starting point. You're aiming for a glide, not a rocket launch. Now for the launch itself. A common mistake is throwing the plane as hard as you can. A paper airplane isn't a baseball. It doesn't need power. It needs a smooth, gentle push forward. Think of it as letting it go more than throwing it. A gentle, steady motion is all it takes to give it the initial momentum it needs to start gliding. If you throw it too hard, the nose will pitch up, the plane will stall, and then it will dive straight to the ground. We're looking for distance and grace, not speed. Give it a few practice tosses to get a feel for the right amount of force. Smooth is fast. So, what if your plane isn't flying perfectly? Welcome to the world of aeronautical troubleshooting. If your plane dives straight down, it's likely nose heavy. To fix this, gently bend the very back edge of both wings upward, just a tiny bit. These small flaps are called elevators. Bending them up will force the nose of the plane up during flight. If your plane stalls and falls backward, the nose is too light. Try bending the elevators down slightly, or you can even add a tiny bit of weight like a paperclip to the nose. Small adjustments can make a huge difference, so only change one thing at a time. If your plane keeps turning or rolling to one side, it's probably an issue with symmetry. Check your wings. Is one bent more than the other? Are the elevators uneven? Make sure everything is as identical as possible on both sides. You can also create a small rudder by bending a tiny part of the tail fin vertically. If the plane turns left, bend the rudder slightly to the right and vice versa. Keep experimenting. The best engineers are the ones who test, fail, and test again. Try different launch angles, different amounts of force, and small adjustments to the wings. You've built an amazing little glider. Now go out there and master the skies.